Hey, I'm Hayden.
Hey, I'm Hudson.
We're both from 527 Hoops.
Today we're going to show you some exercises that help you jump higher and run faster.
Sometimes when people increase their strength to jump higher, they don't realize that they're losing speed. So these exercises will help you jump higher and increase your speed. For this first exercise, we're going to simulate you pulling something while walking backwards. So I'm going to get on the treadmill, which is not on, so it will provide resistance. The resistance will help me feel it in my upper leg, which will in turn help prevent injury in the knee. So I'm going to sit down like I'm sitting in a chair and start backpedaling. You want to make sure your toes are not pointed outwards. If you're doing it correctly, you will definitely feel it. For this one, you could probably do it for a minute at a time and do it for 4 sets.
This second exercise you're probably familiar with. It's called the calf raise. I'm doing it a little differently because I have this step and it gives me a wider range of motion. Because if I do it on the ground, my heel stops right here. But if I do it up here, you drop this foot and then you go up, hold it, down. My foot doesn't go down. So you can do this on 8 each leg and do that 3 times without any rest. Down, all the way up. Hold it, and then go back down, and then go all the way back up. And then the other leg, you drop that foot, you go down, then you hold it, go down, and you hold it, and you go down, and you hold it. Alright, exercise 3.
I'm going to make it a little bit harder by using this 12-pound weight to give me some additional resistance to gain some more strength. I'm going to hold the weight in the same hand that I'm doing the calf raise, as the same foot that I'm doing the calf raise with, and I'm still going to drop my back foot behind my other foot, and I'm going to do the same thing, holding it for a little bit at each spot. And then I can switch hands and switch feet. Hold, 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 hold. All right, on to exercise number 3. Exercise number 3 is called the Bulgarian split squat. So what Hudson's going to do is he's going to put his back foot on our step and then take a slightly big step outwards. He's going to keep this foot facing forwards. He's not going to let this heel come off the ground. He's going to go into a really deep lunge, keeping his chest up, good. He's going to try and get this whole back part of his leg down to his calf. And anytime you want to measure that, you can put your finger here and see if your leg can touch it. You can come up for a minute. Now switch your legs and go back down. The reason you want to put this whole back part of your leg to cover your calf is because it gives you a really good stretch in the hips and the back of your leg, but it also strengthens your legs. And you can do 8 on each leg and do that 3 times. On to exercise number 4.
The Bulgarian split squats that we just showed you are the second hardest. The one we're doing now is definitely the hardest. It's so hard I don't even know the name of it.
So this next one is going to work on your core and your hamstring strength, but you'll definitely feel it in your legs, core, and hips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to let myself down slowly using my hamstrings to control myself down slowly. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to use my head and shoulders to throw myself up and pull myself up with my hamstrings explosively. Down slowly. Up explosive. Down slowly. Up explosive. Now, if this is a little bit too hard for you, you can use your hands to sort of guide yourself down, and then Give yourself a little boost on the way up. On to exercise number 5.
This is exercise 5, and I call it the abtacular leg pulls, but there might be a different name. So as you can see, my feet are secured in, and there's some weight on it. So right now, I'm going to lean back and scooch down, and then you need to make sure you can grab onto something. So when you do this, you need to keep your feet flexed, and then you pull your legs in, and you go down slow. Make sure your heels do not touch the ground. Then you explode up, then you go slow down. Don't let your heels touch.
This exercise is very important because when you do squats or another exercise that builds leg strength, it builds muscle, and muscle makes your legs heavier. And that's when people lose speed, when they don't work on the corresponding muscles to lift their heavier legs to run faster. So this exercise works on the lower abs and the hips so you can pull your heavier legs up faster, which will lead to running faster with heavier legs.
If you're doing this one right, you're going to feel it a lot in your abs. That's why I call it the abtacular leg pulls. This is exercise 6. It's the bonus ab round. It helps on your hips and your core. So right now, I'm going to get my attachments. So when you do this, you want your legs to be 90 and then make sure they're 90 out. And you want to keep them flat like there's a table, and then you hold them for 10. And when you're done with that, you can swing and hold them for 10, and then you can go back to holding them.
If you don't have those attachments and you want to make it harder, you can just use a bar. If you want to make it even harder, you can pull your legs up, lower them down. Pull your legs up, lower them down. You want to do it so you're so controlled that your body doesn't even start swinging when you bring them up and down.
Once you've mastered this one, you can go on to keeping your legs straight and not swinging them.
Those are the 6 exercises that we wanted to show you today. We hope you find them as effective as we do. And by the way, if you do the one with no name, tag us on Instagram @527hoops so we can see you doing it. I'm Hayden. Perfect practice makes perfect.
I'm Hudson. Don't forget your follow through.